It is Friday the 13th. Where's that salt I just spilled? And it was an instrumental week here at mostly, except for one lesson that, well, except for the fly on the wall, of course, too, and Vanessa's lesson that may not show up till tomorrow, so due to a glitch here at my end. So I will not tell you about that. We have one more cool thing coming out, but either late tonight or tomorrow. We'll probably see it. But yeah, you might have noticed what I was just doing there. Playing Daydream Believer in a different key. It doesn't work as well in this key, but I considered it. Sure worked out well in that drop D tuning though, and I think I mentioned last week that as soon as I started messing with the lesson, I thought, oh, this is going to make such a great instrumental. I'm glad you guys appreciated it and enjoy it, and I hope to see some, well, hope to see that video soon. Zombies and all. Let's see, I'm going to talk a little bit about some questions on the forum. And techniques in Rosa, since we got to Rosa May as well. Well, maybe I will. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that. Haven't really raised, the question hasn't been raised about it yet. I'm going to talk about the banner. I happen to have it right here. Susie, you're on there. We can see it. It's just a little. I'll save that for later too. So let me see. What did I want to talk about? The songs first, a couple, and I hope to have some something new next week. Maybe this one. Uh-oh. Oh, good. I should practice these first. Anyway, I might get around to that one. But the ragtime ones are fun too. Hope everybody's enjoying those. Let's see, what else did we have this week? Rosa May. I finally got around to Rosa. I meant to bring the books out here again too. Maybe sometime soon. I will drag out some of the literature I have about Bodie and town. And decided to do this lesson with a slightly different approach and really only put out the first part with kind of detailed instruction, hoping that you could then apply that to the rest of it. So I'll probably put out the second part next week. So if you're working on it, it won't be long till I put out the other sections. But kind of want to wrap it up before Christmas, I think. And let's anyway. So the other parts of that will be coming out. But let's see if you guys can enjoy figuring it out and working on it by yourself. I didn't really plug the album, but you can. And I didn't even put the link into the video that was floating around on our forum a little while ago. I figured you guys could find it, and I also didn't take the time to play the whole thing because it's just too darn long. I've played this before, never mind. Reminds me of Rosa May a little bit. One that's one even older. It goes back to 1985 or so when I was when I went on a writing spree. So let's see. Oh, and we had our homage to John Fahey. throw it into a medley with God Rest You Merry Gentlemen and Angels We Have Heard on High. And maybe next week I'll come up with the fourth part of that medley. So, let's see. Did we do Rudolph too, though? It's working A, nah, G. Doesn't work. G's not a good key. A's not very good either. Oh, maybe A will work. It does. Okay, if you want to work on an instrumental of Rudolph. A is the key. Maybe. On that one, though, if you want to try it, is that melody, don't play the E on the E string, because you have to get up to the A too often. So play with a bar. Okay, enough hints for that. Okay, I really had other stuff I want to talk about. Had a great visit, and I'm sure a lot of you guys got the IGC reunion that Lynn and Sandy had. So they spent a couple days together. Hope you saw Lynn on the horse. That was very cool. And I really appreciated them coming by. We got some great stuff in a fly on the wall with Lynn, and even Sandy, where Lynn got to be a real fly on the wall. She sat here during Sandy's lesson. So I'm getting a backload of those things. I might have to start putting out a bunch of them, but maybe over Christmas. Same thing. A lot of editing to do on those. I hate watching them, you know. They take too long. Okay, did I forget about any songs? Daydream Believer. Oh, Fly on the Wall. Speaking of... We did have one this week with Kurt, and working on Sultans of Swing and Old Man. And haven't heard from Kurt in a while. I hope all's well out there in Sacramento. They were probably as freezing as we have been the last few weeks. It's finally a little better now. I only had to have the heater on for 3 hours in here till I could come in here and shoot the news. Let's see. The playlist. That was just kind of a random thought that I don't know. The song just grabbed me the other day. Might have just been yesterday, and I thought, what the heck? Let's let everybody have a little insight, or not insight. Just share a little bit of some of the weird things that grab me every once in a while. And that band Griffin. I hope you saw the later video. Their very first album opened up with Kemp's Jig, and it was a little different than we did. Didn't even really have guitar on their first album very much. It was mostly like Renaissance instruments and stuff. Okay, that's enough chit chat about that. The banner, and then I'm going to get out of here. It happens to be right here. Okay. Oh, this is going to wreak havoc with the light meter. But so there are some pretty light ones on here. But you can still read them. They just didn't translate to video very well. And like we've got a Cosmic Mechanic up here. We have Mark M from England way up here in the corner. So I probably should have been a little more detailed. And Susie, you're right there, right above the S of Totally Guitars. But so it's, you know what? It's not as faded as some of the others. David in Switzerland, that one's pretty faded. Never Found the Time is pretty faded. But so when you get this chance to see this in person, you will be able to pick all this out. I should, again, some of the original guys, Mark Lavallee, those are really light, but there he is, right up here, right next to Al Stewart, Mark, but you can barely see it. So we got, if you guys look to find Al's, and there are a couple notably missing ones. We do have Tova on there, but I realize we have two Mark M's, because we have Mark M in England, and we have Mark M. Oh, we got a bunch of Mark M's, and then we had the Mark M who was at the camp, and then we had Mark Weston, and but the main Abelio's got a great one in here too, and I know. Hey, I appreciate the comment about Rosa May, by the way. the notably missing ones, let's see, we have Al, we got Doug Young, we got Muriel somewhere, I think. We have Alex DeGrassi, but his is virtually illegible. It's this one here. And the main missing ones, you guys figured out yet? Yeah. Neil and Matt have forgotten to sign the banner. So next time we're together, hopefully over Christmas. So Matt, I miss you, buddy. Man, I hope we can make a trip up here this week or next week, sometime over the vacation, and we'll have to do our own little banner signing. Okay, that is it for the Friday the 13th news. I should learn some. Oh, a little update. In case anybody cares, I did manage to track down a pair of pants, and a bunch of people lost bets last week when I showed up at the tree lighting in long pants. So. Got the reference? See you next week.